Hello again, everyone. Mark Hackle, Macomb County Executive. John Paul Rea, just giving you some of the updated facts and figures, what's going on here in Macomb County as it relates to this coronavirus. We know we are continuing to see an increase in the number of cases that are reported, as well as, unfortunately, the number of deaths. John, where are those numbers at right now?
Yeah, Mark, right now we're looking at 1,564 cases countywide, 62 deaths. You know, we're starting to see that large community spread across the county. Same thing that we're seeing with statewide figures right now. 10,791 cases, 417 deaths, and that large concentration here in Southeast Michigan. And what it really boils down to with all the facts and figures is social distancing is absolutely critical right now.
You know, and they're very compelling numbers and figures that we're trying to get out there for people to understand, not to be alarmist, but to be realist as to what is happening here. So whether the breakdown you see at macombgov.org, you click on the icon, it'll kind of give you the specifics on what's going on with gender, with age, and even race. But all those facts and figures, I think the most compelling part of it is if you actually look at the map and see the community spread, that's what people need to heed and understand and I guess pay attention to. That's the warning sign. There is community spread, it's taking place, and it's happening here in Macomb County, and we're not even at the apex or the actual peak right now. It's coming our way. We're hearing possibly April 11th now. They backed that date up. I'm just going to use on my own belief here. I think it's even a couple weeks further out that we're going to get to that apex. And those are concerns for healthcare, I guess, professionals, our hospitals that we're working with. But you know, it's coming our way, and we need to make sure that we're listening to those warnings about keeping a social distance right now.
Yeah, Mark, it's the right data, right time for the right purpose. And what we're seeing is not only from Dr. Fauci at the federal level looking at larger strategies with regards to lockdown or stay-home orders, the state of Michigan and Governor Whitmer being out there as far as individuals really taking that personal responsibility. That's probably the most important step that all of us can take collectively to ensure that we're enforcing that social distancing, going out only when it's only essential, and ensuring that we're protecting our friends and family.
And interesting enough, I mean, if you look and you see what's going on around the country, listening to the healthcare experts that are out there, as well as the people that deal with emergency management, and now even some of the public officials, you know, whether it's Governor Whitmer, Governor Cuomo, or even what we're seeing with the president right now, I think we had to do this over. What we're doing in this country would have been dealt with differently, as well as what's going on in New York. Governor Cuomo, he actually said it. I mean, it was interesting. This wave has already come upon New York. And so with that being said, he is already seeing that it's starting to hit other cities or other communities, likened similar to how it hit him. He would suggest that you have these stay-at-home orders. Try to keep that social distancing at a minimum. Maybe close things earlier rather than later. So we need to learn from what others have already gone through or are going through at a more dramatic pace than what we're seeing. So again, Dr. Fauci is saying it nationally. We think there should have been some kind of an order out there to kind of keep people at place. The governor fortunately got ahead of that, albeit maybe some wanted to be critical of it. There's no question about it. That social distancing, keeping people at home, is what's saving lives right now. And with that being said, I think you know, we're going to have to continue to realize this may be a couple more months out. This isn't just a here today, gone tomorrow issue that we're going to be dealing with in Michigan, and particularly Southeast Michigan. It's upon us, and it's a real issue.
Mark, it's the credible community conversations as we try to bring to individuals with macombgov.org. It's taking that information, getting into the hands of the public, and ensuring that they not only know what the spread of this virus looks like throughout our entire community, but ultimately where those outlet and resources and other support mechanisms they can get from macombgov.org.
And early on, I think the governor here, Governor Whitmer, she decided that, you know what, we're going to start figuring out what do we do with our restaurants and non-essential services and shut some of them down, as well as our schools. It took a little bit longer to get to that point to make the realization or determination that, you know, we've got to figure out how do we suspend the school year. And she did just that. I think it's the right thing. We're not going to be sending our kids back to the classroom. So they closed the schools. But with that being said, there's still going to be opportunities or an option for some kind of at-home learning, whether it's online. And that's going to be the confusing part for a lot of parents right now. It's almost like there's going to be this, if you will, kind of home-based learning going on, and parents got to participate in it. But a lot of questions about it, a lot of confusion across the various districts. The advice I would give is to anybody who has a child that's going to school right now, whatever grade level they might be in, connect with your school district to get more information as to what your child needs to do so that they can end the school year properly based upon the academic performance, so that they can move on to the next grade and or graduate. So it's going to be incumbent upon the parents working with their children to find out from the schools what they need to do to complete this particular school year.
Yeah, Mark, it's been an inspiring effort, not only by Mike DeVault and the ISD, but each one of the 21 local school districts. We see teachers that are doing lesson planning, they're doing Google Meetups, they're getting packets of information out to kids. Also, the food service program that they're deploying in coordination with our Macomb Community Action. These are the inspiring types of things that are going to ensure we're connected to our community, and also that students across the county get those alternative lesson plans and still have an ability to be engaged with their classmates and teachers.
You know, I don't think there's going to be a one plan fits all. And
yeah.
Again, I think that's why you need to connect with your school district, because they're going to try to work with the parents, work with the kids, kids to try to figure out what's best for them based upon what they can offer in those particular districts. So continue to monitor that, and hopefully it gets you in the right path to get your kid ready for the next school year, which we're not certain when that's going to be. They're talking about possibly that being August, that they might allow schools to open. So that's still to come, but understand there's a lot of uncertainty dealing with this particular issue right now within our community. But the one certain thing we know is community spread is here, and we need to make some of these difficult decisions for the long term. In fact, one of the decisions was made today, and we're hearing, whether it's concerts being canceled, different events like the Macomb Policy Conference and things of that nature, that even Selfridge decided to cancel its air show. I mean, the beloved air show that we have each and every year. We all enjoy it, but I think they made the right decision here.
Mark, yeah, it's a smart decision, not only, with regards to the North American International Auto Show being canceled. The whole notion of large mass and congregations of people isn't really going to be advantageous because of that community spread. It's really taking the insight from all those health experts to make sure that we're making the right decision to protect the public, but still, again, providing unique outlets for people to connect with the community.
Yeah, and I think it kind of feeds into the editorial. Folks, if you're hearing that they're shutting this down ahead of time, they know it's going to be a long-term issue here. So to me, I think it's important. I think it adds to that conversation that people realize, be prepared. Don't get too, I guess, if you will, it brought into this belief that somehow, some way, in the next couple of weeks, everything's going to be okay. This is going to be long-term, so prepare yourself for that. That's why I think we're going to start to see even more closures of other events and things taking place that are scheduled further on out.
Yeah, Mark, it's conversations we're not only having here within our Emergency Operations Center, also with our Joint Information Center and our affiliated healthcare professionals around the county, really understanding what that long-term prognosis looks like as far as the spread of the virus and how we're continually developing ways to combat this, whether it's from vaccines or other type of public, community and support services that we can put in there.
I'm even noticing the parks right now. I've used them. I don't know if you've been out there kind of experiencing it, but right now you're starting to see more participation or people going to the parks. And if you pull in right away, the first signal I'm getting is, oh my God, look at all these cars, all these people here. But I'm realizing even those vehicles there, people are still spread out. I've been to the linear parks, the Orchard Trail, even over across the border into Oakland County with Bloomer Park, up and down the stairs they have there. People are trying to keep that distance. It's interesting how many people are wearing masks too in and around there. They want to get exercise. Good weather is coming. But again, even if you're enjoying those parks, don't get to a point where we need to close them because you're ignoring the social distance issue right now.
It's the personal responsibility, Mark. Last night, Roberta and the kids, we were out on the Macomb Orchard Trail. It was really nice to see not only how, polite everyone was, but also the whole notion, everyone taking that social distancing, a head nod, hey, how you doing? It's all about the community supporting each other right now and being aware of the collective fight that we're all in this together.
Yeah, and again, we're all going to be a bit nervous and concerned about it. As we were walking down the street, on one side of the street, sidewalk, we saw an oncoming person in our neighborhood coming the other way with their dog. They did, kind of what we call the Corona crossover. They walked across the street to get on the other side. I think we both noticed it, that neighbor as well as myself, and you kind of smirked about it, smiled about it. But the important thing is people realize, we all trying to take this serious. And so with that being said, there's no question the most important thing right now is everybody taking on that social responsibility and keeping themselves as well as their families safe by keeping that distance. We hear it over and over again, but again, this is going to be an extended period of time.
It's essential right now, and again, having those outlets, ensuring that you get outside, taking that personal check, understanding if any of those symptoms arise on your end, contacting your healthcare professional, and most importantly, making sure that you're connecting with your friends and family too.
So if you need more information, go to macombgov.org, click on the icon for various services we have here, but in particular, dealing with coronavirus, we have plenty of information for you, but the most important piece of information is keep yourself safe, keep that social distance, and once again, thank you for joining us.
Thanks.